me float. Boy, really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, 'cause you.
What up, y'all? It's your girl JehNotJay back in the building with another banger. And y'all, we about to do a reaction video to, of course, a podcast, but the topic was the one phrase that makes men cringe every time a woman say it. I feel like I gotta hear it out before I just jump into like what I think off it based on the title. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump into it. See what they talking about, y'all, because that's all we can do.
Yo, let me get to this next topic. Why are women more likely to have balanced, equal partnerships with each other, but adapt to traditional gender roles when in relationships with men? I know somebody said was it you that said you date women?
Yes.
Okay. So you should go first on this.
Shout out to you.
Then, like, you know what I mean?
I've been battling with this question since you sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say, but as a woman, I don't know. It's just.
Have you been in a relationship with another woman, or you just
Yeah,
like, okay?
I date mostly women.
Okay.
But it's like I don't know how to answer this question because being with a woman is different from being with a man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like I can go 50-50 with a woman. I can't.
And you won't consider her your roommate?
No, that's the thing. That's bae. It just depends on.
That's bae?
Yeah, that's.
So if you with a man, that's not.
Is a man not bae? I don't know. I think regardless if it's heterosexual or homosexual relationship, like I don't think it's fair to set certain stipulations when you're with one gender versus another because society likes to put like this they like to put this expectation of men protecting and providing. But like what women do now has been like, in my opinion, changed a little bit, swayed a little bit as far as like what we like what's our role as far as relationships. Like I don't know if it's just this day and age of dating where women the expectations like cooking, cleaning and stuff in the house isn't really as present as man providing and protecting. But at the end of the day, every relationship y'all create whatever roles y'all have. 50-50 looks different amongst a lot of different people. Some people say they traditional, but they still carry some modern aspects within their relationship and vice versa. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's fair to hold one gender to a standard that you don't do another because regardless of what the gender of the person is, the roles could be played certain ways, whatever is best fitting towards you. So I don't know, that's just me. And to be realistic in this economy is it's not provide and protect. Y'all only be thinking about providing as far as living outside of your means. Like if you're living in your means and you're doing a provide, then I feel like there will be more people who are married and further off because they will be fine with a man not having to make, you feel me, hundreds of thousands of dollars because it's men with decent jobs that don't make that amount of money. Good jobs, good careers, life-changing careers, impactful to the world careers that don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I think once we be a little more realistic with our expectations as far as like what we look for in dating and stuff, I think then the dating and these different expectations we put on one another will make a little more sense and we could have a little bit more of an understanding of what we should have versus societal standards, if that makes sense.
Not bae.
So when a man go 50-50, it's a roommate, but when it's a shorty, it's
That's
bae.
bae.
I know,
What the
it's
fuck?
like, it's
But
kind of tricky. That's why I don't know how to
feel like the
answer
reason
it.
why
It's
it
not
might
tricky.
come off like that is because traditionally there's like things or characteristics that guys should have, and then there's characteristics that we should have as women. So I feel like boom, like me for instance, like I date men, And I feel like if a man says, "Oh, he's a man leading in his masculinity," then it's like you have no problem protecting, providing, doing all the things that we're told traditional men do, and I have no problem doing things that traditional women do. Like I have no problem cooking, cleaning, none of that. So I feel like when I'm with my sister and we go out, like we both like it's like an unspoken thing that we know we're both gonna pay for ourselves. But I have no problem paying for my sister, and she has no problem paying for me. So I feel like for me personally, I can't really say too much because I like I'll treat my friends like they my girl. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I don't know how to answer the question. I honestly don't, because it also depends on the type of woman that I'm with too, because there are women out there that are masculine too.
Yeah.
Like they come off masculine.
They got to pay the bills.
They don't
They-
have to,
but they like
that's the
to.
thing.
They
They
don't have a
like
problem
to.
with
You know what I
it.
mean? I've dated women that don't want me to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to treat me. They just want to give me everything, and you know, like like a man. But it's like
They can't even hit it. They just got liquor. They ain't getting the whole shit.
everything, baby. I think y'all get that wrong.
Oh, word?
No, yeah,
What they getting?
Everything
Look
a
at
man
that.
does, a woman can do.
It's just that
I think that's
the
what y'all
only
She can't do.
I'm sorry, but they can't. It's so crazy because it's like I'm fine with people dating whoever they want to date. I'm cool with people being with whoever they want to be with, and your love can do whatever it is for you. At the end of the day, it doesn't change my lifestyle or what I do in my life, who you date and who you choose to be with. But we have to be honest when we say a man and a woman are biologically different. Like, regardless, a woman and a woman, you still need a man to have that child. Whether it's physical or not, the sperm from a man to produce a child, like they're biologically built different. They do not have the same parts. The anatomy is just not identical. So like we have to be honest when we say it is different. But you can say that you like something without belittling another thing. Like if I like vanilla ice cream, but there's chocolate ice cream and I don't like chocolate for real, I don't have to say, dang, vanilla is way better than chocolate. Chocolate is nasty. I don't have to say that. I could simply say, I love vanilla ice cream. And that's me giving like 2 cents on what I like and what I enjoy without disrespecting another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to belittle or degrade another group of people just because that's not your preference. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Oh yes, baby.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
the-
you
the
can-
girls is just they're not gonna feel it like how y'all feel.
Exactly. That's why
They
she
still
can't
get
do that.
pleasure off of that.
No, you can get pleasure. I'm
Yo,
not.
if the world run out of rubber and plastic, they in trouble. Man. What you talking about? Like,
And
come on,
y'all
man.
not eat the
Say
thing.
that
The
again?
things with
If
dykes
the
have a
world
very
run out of rubber and plastic, they in
and
trouble.
maybe I'm using the wrong term. I apologize.
See,
Dykes or studs, or
Stud.
whatever the
Probably
term.
like stud or
AG.
That's the
AG.
thing.
Yeah.
AG.
Y'all have it wrong.
They have the worst end of the sticks because they don't get pleasure in return. And women ain't eating a pussy.
No,
like, you know what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
you
Like,
think, but
I'm not
some
eating
no,
pussy.
you don't
I'm
do
not-
allow it.
You know,
That's
they
the
do.
problem.
I for whatever reason, I knew this was coming. When it comes down, I'm not going to say that, I don't know. I'm not with a woman. But one thing I will say is, I believe that it's a choice when we choose what we want and who we want to be with. And they're cool with not being with the man, that doesn't mean that they're not getting pleasure from what they have. That doesn't mean that. It's obvious that they're happy because they're still in their relationship. It's women, lesbians, long-term marriages, you know what I'm saying? Like, till death do them part type, you know? So, I'm not going to say they're not getting pleasure. Some people find pleasure within pleasuring others. So, they could be happy with just that for all you know. I'm not going to speak on what is and what ain't with them. Just as well as they can't say what is and what ain't with, studs and stuff. Not all studs is what they consider a quote-unquote touch me not.
Wait, they do.
Yeah.
Listen,
Do
y'all,
get pleasure in
I
return.
know a
That's the
girl,
thing.
like I have like a little side to me.
Oh
so,
my
like, I might
gosh.
like, listen, I don't eat box.
Exactly, y'all
But
don't do
look,
shit.
no,
y'all just
look,
want
but
pleasure.
no,
That's
no,
why
no,
y'all
no,
want.
wait,
That's
let
why
me-
y'all
no,
want
let
them
me
because y'all
finish my
just want
statement.
pleasure.
Because
Like that's
me
it.
personally, I don't eat box, but I know a girl who's a masculine female, and she likes to receive. She does not like to give unless she's been with you for more than a year. And that's why me and her couldn't work because I like to
You're talking
receive
about
and
an
she likes to
exception.
receive.
Like most women ain't going down.
But if you're a
AG.
lesbian, lesbians, they don't care because if that's their preference. So they don't have like a feminine lesbian has no problem getting down with a masculine a female because that's their pleasure. That's what they like. That's how they get get arousal. But like a girl like me who I kind of like guys, I like guys more than I like girls, and I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a girl like me is gonna have that where I'm not licking.
So when you say you like girls, what do you like?
I kiss girls. I might do a little 1-2, but that's as far as it's going.
Oh, okay, you're just a little curious.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yo,
not too much.
JL, what's your thoughts on it? He just sitting back like, yo, this is
I'm
crazy.
listening,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Say the question again, right?
Yeah, I was about to ask you. Can you...
Yeah. So the question is, why are women more likely to have balance and equal partnerships when they date each other, but adopt a traditional gender role when dating with men?
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't sent to me like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you say when they date each other. You know what I mean?
You said date each other?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Be
I
with
didn't
each
get
other,
it like
the.
I thought it was like on some friendship
with
shit.
each other, with each other.
Oh, with.
Oh.
All right. So okay.
But,
so I
but you meant that as in like dating.
But like dating,
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I think it's just because they know what they want in a sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, that question wasn't sent to me that way. So I definitely had a different answer, but yeah, I think it's just because they know what they want and they they have the same
Mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it's kind of an expectation thing. Like with a girl, okay, we're both girls, so it's like
We don't expect each
yeah,
other to do
I'm gonna do it, you gonna do it. Either way, one of us is gonna do it. But with females, I feel like when you're dealing with a guy, is like
the expectation of
you're the provider. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm expecting you to do this and do that and do this. With a girl, it's like, well, I'm gonna do it.
And I'm hearing her. I hear what she's saying, but who's teaching you these expectations? I think that should be something that's tied into your answer. That's what I'm looking for. Who's setting these expectations? Not saying that they bad. I'm just asking, like, who's setting these expectations for you to think this way?
Or
I'ma do
you
it.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's more of a, you're not
It's more of a
expecting.
partnership.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more of that.
And okay.
All of
Ace,
it comes
what-
down, it depends on the type of woman, the type of person.
Yeah,
that
or
you-
like the
It's-
relationship, because like
it's
her
different.
relationship with a girl would be
It's
different
different.
from like ours,
Right.
because we're sisters. So like I don't know if they can hear me. Like we're sisters, so we don't have no problem paying for each other, but like it's like an unspoken rule that we're just gonna pay for ourselves. Versus like if a guy asks me to go out, I'm expecting you to pay. Realistically,
It's the same thing with girls though.
or like even though I'll have it for myself, but I'm gonna expect you because you want this time out of me. You want to take me here. You want to experience.
Okay,
Well,
so hold on.
yeah, I was
Coming
about to say,
from-
Do you not also want his time? I don't know. I do get it though. I think regardless, girl, boy, whatever you name it, if you asking me out, it is the expectation for you to pay. It is, because you offer. I think whoever offers, whoever initiates should be the one paying. If I say to a guy, hey, let's go skating, I feel like since I initiated it, I should be the one to pay. But maybe I have a different mindset on things. It's one thing to throw ideas, but when you're the person, like, setting what's next and you're creating said date or whatever, I feel like it's for you to pay. Either way, I think what people don't understand is even if the party is paying for the date, y'all both are using y'all time equally. That person actually did a little more because they spent their money. So
I feel like if you ask me out,
Yeah.
if you ask me to go out,
Same thing
I'm
with the girl,
expecting you
too.
to
If
pay.
a girl asks me
I feel
out,
it.
I'm expecting her to pay. I'm
Right.
not paying for it. So it's the same thing.
And
So
if
it
you
just
ask a guy
depends
out-
on who.
Right.
If I ask a girl out, I'm
Or
paying
we
for
could even
her.
go 50-50,
Yeah.
but like
But
something.
I'm not gonna ask no man out. So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, at least you honest. We know that's the truth.
We know.
Well,
We know.
Ace,
I'm not
what's
gonna
your-
ask
Women
no
ain't
man
gonna
out.
ask men out.
I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
ask no
Yeah.
man out.
I feel like it's because at least for me, or like for us, is because I want to know that you actually like me or you're into me. Like, I don't want to be looking like no thirsty ass bitch. Like, oh, you want to go out with me?
So
like,
does that make him
just
thirsty by asking you?
Like, cause that's like that. Like for us, I feel like for a lot of females,
You understand that's the risk that guys take all the time.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah, but
Great point.
as a masculine thing, y'all lead.
Mhm.
So y'all take the first step, and we follow behind that.
that's the thing.
We following y'all energy.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How do you feel about a woman proposing to you
Like,
as a man?
like for
That's a
marriage?
good question.
Yeah, like for marriage. Like if she goes down on her knees
Nigga, when else she
and
gonna
propose to you,
Like,
She might propose the idea. I don't know.
would you?
got it.
No, I mean like in public, in front of everyone.
stupid.
Like that won't make you feel
Right.
like less masculine, or how would you feel about it?
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll pick her up. I definitely won't let her.
For
get
sure.
her-
You wouldn't like it?
No.
You wouldn't like it? You wouldn't like it?
Nah.
You wouldn't like it?
I don't think so. No.
Would y'all like it? Cause y'all
Okay.
I'll be
Okay,
flattered. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I'll
I'll
be
be flattered.
flattered.
I'll be
But I'll be
flattered.
like, yeah,
But I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Nah.
Like a guy
wouldn't.
realistically doesn't want us to.
Right.
So
it's
why
the
would
same
I
thing
ask
with
you
the
out?
whole dating thing.
Mm.
We don't want
Is it
to be
though?
the ones to ask y'all out. We don't want to be.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but if
dating
you
and
wanna
marriage is
do
two different
something-
levels.
Yeah.
When you want to,
No,
I was just about to say, like me, I would ask
You can't-
if I want to
I'm
do
not-
You
something.
can't expect me to know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alright,
Like,
but there's
But
the,
that's where
better
the
read her
problem
mind,
comes in,
nigga.
because y'all are gonna be like,
Right,
oh,
right.
women expect us to read their minds and whatever.
no,
That's
but it's
how
like
y'all
just
look at
showing
certain
genuine
things.
interest.
No.
Like, hey, when are you free?
Y'all be on the same type of time. It's unfortunate. It's so unfortunate because we be saying the same stuff and like not hearing each other for real. Like,
I'm
Hey,
free.
where's the
Tuesdays
fuck
and
is y'all
Saturdays.
interest at? Y'all interested in us too, right?
All right, but I'm like not all right. Boom. Me,
But not always.
realistically-
Like, you know what I'm saying?
now
Like-
realistically, I'm not gonna say I've never been the first one to talk to a guy. I'd be like, hey, I think you're cute and this, that, and the third. Like, I'll do
Yeah.
it. I have
Right.
no problem. Like,
No,
if I'm
if I
feeling
find you cute,
myself
I'll
enough
tell you
that
you're
day,
cute. Yeah.
I feel like if
No,
my
I'll tell you
confidence
that.
is
I will,
high
I
enough
will.
that day, and I'm feeling like that girl, and I feel like, yeah, I could pull him. I'm down. I'm gonna talk to him. Like, cause sometimes it just be like, cause sometimes realistically, like me personally, as a brown skinned black woman, like there's a lot of guys that don't like girls my color or girls that look like me or like me even wearing the afro and stuff. Like I
think that's
so-
a myth that
it's the-
black women are starting to put in their
it's
own
the-
No,
heads.
no. Because if I was to ask y'all type, y'all have a type. So sometimes
Chocolate.
I was gonna say the same
Yeah,
thing.
but I'm not saying y'all. I'm just saying
My
like
type is brown skin.
sometimes.
I've actually
Mine too.
never- I've never met
I don't know.
men that don't like black girls.
Really,
I've never met.
I don't know. Oh my God, I've seen this conversation so many times where people be talking about how men don't choose this type of black woman, like natural hair, dark skin, and like these attributes. And on the other end of things, because women say that, on the other end of things, it's lots of men on the internet saying that that's the type of woman they want to go for. But if that's the case, why do you have so many women preaching and saying that men aren't choosing them? I don't understand for real. Because I just really feel like, I don't know. Then again, it could be not even the fact that she fits those things, dark skin, wearing her natural hair out. She not wearing a lot of makeup or nothing like that. But just because she fits the general doesn't mean people find her attractive either. So I don't really know. I'm not sure. Because I think regardless of color, size, shape, face, hair, whatever, black women is beautiful in their own ways for sure. Like we all, even if we don't, we might share some of the same general qualities, but we are beautiful as a whole. Maybe it's not even that people don't find you attractive. It's the people that you want to find you attractive may not find you attractive. Do that make sense? Like the people you looking for may not have found you attractive, but it's people that find you attractive.
I've met guys that
I personally
prefer,
have met one.
not that they don't like, but they prefer lighter women or light skinned girls. Or
That's a myth
Yeah,
that
but then-
TV told you guys.
What myth? There's
It
guys
is.
who
I
don't
never
like
actually-
black girls.
Yeah, and it's
No,
and
I
it's
know
and
that,
it's
but
and
like,
it's
girls that
the
don't like
flip
black
for everything
men.
too.
I was about to say it's
Yeah.
women that don't like light skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Women that don't like dark skin.
I like chocolate man. So it's like but that's my
There you
thing.
go.
So it's like if a light skinned guy was to look at me and be like, "Oh, you look like you like black boys," I'm not really gonna want to try to talk to you because I feel like I'm not your type.
Do
I
they
would
say
respect that because sometimes I feel like I might not be a guy's type, so I'm not gonna want to put myself in a position.
That's an
where
insecurity you got to work yourself
Yeah,
out
that's
of. You
kinda
got to
you.
lead with confidence.
Kind of you.
I mean,
Like
not
me
even. It's not
personally.
really a confidence thing because I'm very confident. You either gonna like
You
me
can't
or
be
you're
if
not,
you thinking
but
that you read
All right,
somebody's
so-
mind.
I have a type. Like me, I have a type.
Yeah, but you
so-
see how
so
you just
Hold on, y'all.
you see
No.
you
Hold
see
on,
how
hold on,
you
son.
just me.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, you see how you saying, oh, you know, most men don't like dark skin.
No, not most men. I just know that there are men in general.
Yeah, but then all right, then take a survey here.
But what?
Dark or light.
Like how I like.
I don't have a
that's why.
type.
Well, dark or light. You
I like melanated women. Yeah.
Dark skin.
all right. I would say the same thing. So
Okay.
you can't even go there.
I mean, but it's like
It's like, you know what I
Is she
mean?
really
Yo,
considered
see,
dark
and that
skin?
goes back to the hive mind
Exactly, that's
mentality.
the hive
They like,
mind.
yo,
So you're looking at the general population.
All right, let me be real. The
In your
reason why
mind.
I feel like that is
Uh-huh.
because when I was when I was younger, guys didn't like me because I was brown and I was chocolate.
that the
Like, and that's
reason?
real. I had to go through that.
Maybe it was
Did they say something about your skin to make you come with that? Was that really the reason? If so, I'm so sorry. People, we do not get to choose our color. We do not. It's never been an option. As soon as you're born, a color customizer where you could choose which shade of brown you are. That is not a thing. Now, I have heard of experience of dark-skinned girls getting bullied on and them saying things. But I wanted to know, was that something she experienced, or are you assuming that people felt that way? Like, which...
something else.
No, I'm telling
How you know? You asked
because I would
niggas?
see them kiki ha 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 flirty
Yeah.
flirt with the little light girls. So it's
Wait, you chocolate?
That don't mean they don't like her, though. That doesn't mean that we don't know. I don't know. I need more. I need more to understand. It's not a good
But that's
reason.
what I'm saying.
She's brown. Like,
Word.
not even
I'm
chocolate.
Karen
She's
Brown.
chocolate.
You're not
She's
dark
chocolate.
skinned, though.
Yeah,
The girl to your
she's
left
I'm
is
brown.
darker.
saying, me personally, like when you look at me, you're
Not
gonna know
caramel.
I'm black. You're gonna know I'm black off rip, even though I'm not as dark as my sister.
But you-
Right, but you're
Fuck you
brown
going after
skin.
Antonio Banderas?
I mean, when I was really, really young,
Sound like a
yeah,
real
but
nigga, too, like,
Oh, there you go.
I'm saying, but it's
So
not
you
to say
wanted the
that
ones
they're
didn't want you.
no, but that's the thing I learned
see,
like
that's what I was
throughout that,
asking.
like there are guys that just prefer lighter girls, and I'm okay with that. But I'm just saying, like, if
What if they were preferring the more feminine girl, and you got to twist it between them,
As I
them-
said, she
them
had a
thinking that
lighter one.
you thinking that it's just
She
the
had
light
a
skin
ha-
girls.
she
Maybe
coulda
the
had
light
an
skin girls were
obscure
way
point
more
of view,
feminine than you.
man.
Girly girl.
You know what I mean?
And that could be it too. But
Probably.
So you can't.
I didn't
You
know.
was-
Yeah, I'm very,
Did you-
I'm very masculine.
Yeah.
Me and my sister, we're
Maybe
both
that's
very
not-
masculine.
So you ever asked like,
You got it. Like,
I
Why
mean,
is that? Why
there's
is
guys that like the masculine.
Hold on. Why is that such a thing for women
What?
to say proudly
Flex.
out loud? Like, is that why? is
No,
that a
it's
flex?
no,
Like,
because it's
All
not
right.
flex. It's
ain't
not
no
me being
nigga
proud.
ever gonna
No.
say, "Damn, me
Hold
and my
on,
bro,
hold on.
we feminine." Like,
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
that's
no,
not a
no.
flex
It's
at
not
all.
that. It's just
Nah,
realistic.
don't even Google
Nah, let me
that.
say something.
Don't
Let me
even
say
Google
something.
it.
I feel like realistically, me growing up the way I had to grow up, especially in the society that we live in, I'm a girl with a body, and I've had a body from young. I've felt the need to always cover myself and not be as feminine, so I won't get the attention, the unwanted male attention at a young age.
I get that.
So me doing that for so long made me kind of shield myself and being masculine, wearing baggy clothes, not really being so ha ha ha.
I don't think the way you present yourself, I don't think your clothes is what make you masculine. Is that crazy? Like, I don't think, I like men's clothes. They be having some fire, you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe that that's the reason you're masculine, though. Like, that's the way you look, not the way you act. Masculinity is not a look, I don't think. In my opinion, let me look up masculinity just so I could be like certain with myself, so I'm not leading y'all in the wrong way. I guess in some ways it could be appearance, but I don't really think. Okay, let me see. Having qualities or an appearance traditionally associated with men or boys, or a denotating of genders of nouns or pronouns. I don't know. I don't know. When I'm thinking of you being masculine, I'm thinking about your personality, not necessarily what you look like. Like you being tough, you being aggressive, you not having submission, you not being soft, you not being, woman qualities like feminine qualities, which can nurturing. Like that's what I don't really think of appearance because people can wear baggy clothes and wear male clothes and still look feminine to me. Like I believe it's possible to dress up men's clothes and not look masculine. So I just think it could be the way you act. Like if you overly aggressive, I mean overly like for a woman, of course. Or you have this tough way about yourself, like that can be masculine.
And dainty, because I don't want to seem like a
You just said
hands-on
unwanted men attention.
Yeah.
Oops.
But I was
How is
young.
that?
So
Like,
did you
imagine
want
being
But
like-
you were young when you were saying they're not coming for you, they're coming for somebody else.
Right,
But
because
you're
maybe
still
those
covering
girls
yourself
weren't-
up
No,
to
but
not
I'm talking about
have
like
them.
boom. When I go to like when I was like I like I don't know what grade was this. I want to say like what, like six, no, 7, 5, like elementary school. Like you wear a uniform and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? As a girl, when you have a body as a female, when you wear a skirt, it's always gonna be higher in the back.
Right.
You have body, right?
Right.
At a young age, having body, you feel uncomfortable wearing stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So me as a girl,
Mm.
I'm going to school. I'm obviously gonna like the boys in my school. So if
Uh-huh.
I'm seeing them, I'm not dressed like a boy. I'm not doing regular stuff. I'm still a
Sorry,
girl.
But your
So
attitude
what
I didn't
is
become
manly.
What I want to know is what were the girls that were getting the?
I was just about to say that.
Listen.
There you go.
No.
But no,
Hold on.
were they?
So the uniform and whatever, were they
It
doing
was
too
the
much? Were
same.
they-
No,
were they
because
wearing
we're
makeup? What?
young. We were young. This is what I'm saying. When I was younger, I've experienced
Okay,
it.
so maybe they were allowing the boys to touch them then.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Like
that's
now
it.
that I'm older,
Because
it's not really
boys
like
is
a big
boys.
thing for me.
You know how you sound
How
like
about-
women always say this, right? When they talk about men, and they be like, "Oh, men be having a heart brush in 2nd grade, and then they carry it to their adulthood." That's how you
Mhm.
sound right now. Like, you talking about some shit that
but
happened in
that's
middle
the thing.
school.
That's it. There's a difference. It's boys
and
and men. You
Yeah,
know,
but-
boys turn into men. But maybe the girls back then, they wanted the more.
Yeah.
They needed it probably.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
so they
Yeah.
were allowing the boys.
But that's
to
why I
do
say like
more.
now that I'm older, it's just more or less like I'm just realistic with myself. I know people have a type. Like I know I have a type, so I can't be like, oh, you're not gonna have a type because you're a man. You just like anything. That's me stereotyping you to be a man or a dog or just to like anything when that's not true because there are men who have a type.
But how you prejudging what his type is just based on
Right.
his look though?
Listen, I
Right,
watched
okay.
I watched one of y'all episodes and it was like how they thought you like more of like the lighter.
They always
girls
get it
based off what
wrong.
you
They
look.
all every single
But that's the thing. That's just what people do. We prejudge. I feel like everybody even if it's not a lot or something.
It's still
right?
wrong. You
Yeah,
can't justify the shit.
I think that's what
Yeah,
women do. I don't
Prejudge it or not, that doesn't mean that it's something you should be actively finding okay. And as far as her experiences, she's saying back in middle school, like that was, I don't want to take away from her experience or like downgrade what she went through and what she thinks, but I don't think every young girl who may have had a thicker physique feels uncomfortable when they're in a school uniform. Some girls actually prefer to have like they skirts with their vest and they white shirt. I've seen on media like they'll accessorize showing their personality within that girly self in the uniform. You know what I mean? So you could have experienced something that made you uncomfortable, and I'm not gonna get into that or try to say that she did experience something like that, but you can only speak for your experience, not as women as a whole, because some girls actually cool with that. They cool with the skirt, with the vest and a little white button down underneath. Or, however, I don't know exactly what every school uniform looks like, but some girls still get the pants though. But it are some girls who prefer the skirts. So I wouldn't say that all girls with a thicker physique feel uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't even project it as if that's a overall thing.
I don't know
I'd
if
rather
men. I don't know if men prejudge like, oh, she probably like dark skin.
She don't look like she like a light skinned nigga.
but
I still shoot my shot.
I don't think men have to prejudge that because most women, when they articulate themselves about men, they always articulate that they want dark-skinned men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is why light-skinned men are now feeling like, damn, yeah, women usually have this preference for tall, dark, and handsome, or whatever the case is. Oh, I can't really fuck with a light skin because they associate light skin with having more feminine qualities. And it's not true. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that's what
Who does that?
they associate darker skinned men with more masculine qualities and lighter skinned men with more feminine qualities.
With that
Who
being
does
said,
this?
I've never seen a light skinned nigga with issues getting girls or like issues with his confidence because he's light skinned.
Right.
Yeah, pretty boy.
That's
So I hear the tall dog and handsome thing, but all light skinned niggas is they still confident with themselves.
Nah.
You light skin?
Yeah, but I know he dark skin. He don't got a problem with getting girls either.
Yeah, he handsome. You handsome. All of y'all handsome. So what?
But it's a confident thing. You think if you gonna go around talking about, damn, I know they ain't gonna. They always talking about
Damn,
light
she
skin.
said I'm too yellow.
Like, it's a confidence thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh shit! You been hearing yourself? Yo, the Daily Rapper Crew not responsible for anybody getting.
They sound
That's in the way, right?
Listen, let's get back to this goddamn topic. Yo, Ace, why are women more likely to have an equal partnership when they date each other opposed to with men?
I done forgot my answer. Equal partnership. I would say because it's like, you know when you see like somebody walking down the street and they like a woman walking down the street, she's struggling with her bags. You want to help her, whatever. But if you see like a strapping young man walking down the street, like nobody wants to help him. Like he got it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's the idea of men always having it, basically. So it's like, yeah, when he come into my life, he got his and he can help me with mine. When a girl come into their life, it's like, oh, we both weak, so we gonna help each other and hold it up. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta be a partner. It gotta be a partnership.
I was just about to say, you better be careful what you saying.
I was about to say,
Be careful what you saying.
There's two independent women right here. But
I get you. Yeah, but if it's a big
like nigga.
Word, I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, he was like,
He like, you gotta chill.
he got scared. He got scared.
Interesting
what
perspective.
I'm saying is, if it was like this table right here, all four of us would probably look at this like, all right, we could pick this up and take that out
But
there.
I feel like I can pick that up by myself. I don't need help. I'm an independent woman. You know what I have to do by myself?
That might be true, but I think if y'all was moving that table and you reach for the table to pick it up and he didn't, hey, let me help you with that or something like that, you feel some type of way.
Not too much. Not too much.
I got a name for that though. You know how like women call
hyper-independency.
No. You know how women call men sassy?
Oh yeah.
You ladies are manny. That's gonna be y'all new name. Manny. That's gonna be the new equivalent.
You a Manny.
I don't even want to say it because I
You acting Manny right now. You a Manny.
You a Manny.
You Manny. You know what I'm saying? I coined the phrase when women are masculine and they trying to be a nigga, they Manny.
Yeah, Manny.
Well, I have my masculine name already, and it's Maurice.
Maurice Manny.
Maurice.
You really want to be a nigga? Like,
I don't. No, I don't want to be a nigga.
You are a nigga. Like,
No. All right, I'm a real ass nigga, but I'm a bad bitch too. I feel like
You got dildos? You got dildos?
No, I don't like the toy thing. Yeah, just give me the real thing.
I thought you was walking around with this.
Nah, but that's the thing. Like, I have no problem wearing masculine clothes. Like, I'll put on a sweatsuit, sneakers, fanny pack.
That's comfortable though.
Yeah,
to me.
like I like to be comfortable. I like to, I feel
I
like
don't have to look masculine though.
I feel like as a girl, you have to be able to fluctuate between your femininity and your masculinity.
But that's why niggas is looking past you. We don't want a woman that's doing that. We want a woman
So
that's...
you don't want an independent woman? You don't want an independent woman?
No, my woman could be independent, but I don't want a masculine
masculine to be independent.
Yeah.
That's not a masculine. That's not.
Like, I'm not saying, you have to accept me because I want to be, but
no,
I feel like, me personally, I'm going to explain this because I feel like a lot of guys don't understand. Me personally, I'm a girl who has to be independent. I don't have a man to rely on.
It's regular.
I don't think independence is a masculine trait though. I feel like some conversations got to be had. I don't think she listening. I'm gonna be so honest. After listening to them go back and forth, I don't think she listening at all.
life,
source
everybody's
with, like,
independent.
and I feel like if a guy's gonna come into my life, if he's gonna show me genuine, real masculinity, where he wants to lead and he wants to do this and that, I have no problem going into my feminine side and being submissive.
Y'all not going to attract those men. I promise you. You can't attract those men because those men are going. You're gravitating towards.
I literally dated a guy. Listen, as soon as we link up, he pays for everything.
Where's he at now?
Oh gosh.
We're not together more things happen.
But look,
I bring them up. It's kind of been that great. You know what
why
I'm
do
saying?
women associate being independent with being masculine though? You can be feminine and still be independent. There are feminine women out here that are independent.
For sure.
But that's why when he said what he was saying, even though I didn't get to let him finish, I said hyper independency. My hyper independency is what makes me so masculine.
But it's also going to make you very single.
And I am single.
That's
but
what
I
will
don't
make you
think it's because of
masculine.
my hyper independency.
No,
You're masculine for
yo,
other
I think
reasons.
women need to understand that.
I'm single because I feel
Don't
like
say by choice.
No, I wasn't gonna say by choice. I feel like I'm single because I run into a lot of guys that have how do I put this? Because I don't want to feel like it's all men. It's not all men, but there's a lot of guys who will have a problem being honest with what they want or being direct.
But where's the accountability? Every single guy you encountered wasn't honest with what they want. Every single one. There's nothing you did on your end. Nothing. I'm not even trying to be hard on her, bro. Like I really am like for women and I want us all to be great together for real, but we gotta take accountability when it comes to the stuff that we're not doing well as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are men who do wrong things, absolutely, but you know, it takes two to tango. So, what was your part when it came to the relationship? Because he could have showed you that he was already not good for you, and you still move with the notion, oh, I can change him, oh, he'll be better. What's your end? What's your part? You know what I'm saying?
Direct with what they really want.
We don't want to date another nigga.
But that's the thing. Like I said, I have no problem being feminine. There are guys who meet me and don't have
Turn
much
it on
of an
and off.
issue with how, because I'm not like aggressively masculine. You see how I look right now?
What if they think they don't have a problem?
It's not
with it,
just
then
about
they figure out
looks,
they do?
bro. It's not.
And then that's a conversation you need to have with me and be honest.
But
I
then
wasn't
what
gonna
if they don't
point
want
this
to
out,
change
but
you?
she got a hole in like
It's not
her-
about changing me. And at the end of the day,
onesie.
I know I'm a girl who's always had to technically be
sister
on the
wrong for
masculine
not
side
telling
of
her that.
things. So I don't have a problem stepping into my femininity when you're being the man you need to be. Like if I'm being too
Listen, men ain't
aggressive
falling
and
for that
you-
shit no more. I'm be honest with you. We're not falling for that shit no more. Either come feminine or don't
you
come
gotta,
at all, bro.
You gotta
Like,
do the work prior to meeting that person to be your feminine self.
But I am feminine. When guys
On
you
Monday.
You just sat here the whole show talking about I'm a nigga, I'm
My
living
name
my
tag,
best.
Maybe
But
she's not as feminine, but she's submissive. If you give her
Yeah.
the chance to be submissive, then she'll be submissive.
Yeah, you know
Give
how
her
to
the
turn it on and off.
I don't know what to
Listen.
say.
If
I
a
don't know.
nigga came up to you and he's like, "Hey, girl, like, can we
Chill.
talk?" Like,
Right,
you
right.
you would talk to
You
him?
gonna turn it on and what?
They always say that.
You
bro.
were
They-
what?
But you
like
just said wrong.
So you like
He
feminine
said,
men?
"Hey,
She just said you like masculine
girl.
men that in they
But no,
feminine.
All
So you
right,
like
but
feminine
no,
men?
No,
I mean-
hold on.
Thank you. Be real.
No.
So you like
hold
feminine
on.
men?
She's like,
Because if
he-
you giving me like, if you're all right, how I put this? Because there are guys with high pitched voice. Not only that, I feel like there are guys that are like, if you're like a goofy guy, that like I've met goofy guys that just do funny shit like that.
But
know
do you
what I
like
mean?
feminine men? Is what I'm asking.
What do you consider a feminine man?
What do you consider a feminine man?
Sassy.
No.
About-
Gay and feminine
not
is
gay.
Not
No,
gay.
no.
Not gay because they got men. They
Then
got
why
men
y'all
with the
doing this
mannerisms.
gay.
A
They got
feminine
men with the
man
men-
isn't
Nah,
necessarily
that's like
gay.
Metro.
They got men with the mannerisms. Like Will I Am came out the other day. He said he's a feminine man. I mean, he has the mannerisms. He speaks like he's very emotional, that kind of thing. But he's straight. But he likes women. So if he's feminine in his
Like, but
mannerisms
give me
and his
characteristics.
appearance,
Give me an example. Like I'm not.
He
he-
got to
How are
switch
you
when he.
calling yourself masculine and not understanding the complete opposite of yourself? If you're as masculine as you say you are, you should understand what femininity is because it will be the opposite of you.
walk.
He in the mirror more than you.
He paint his nails.
See, but I don't feel
talks
like no. I don't feel
Paint his
like being
nails
in the
is
mirror
crazy.
more than me is.
Bro, you making this way harder than it gotta be, bro.
No, 'cause
You
I
do
feel
not like feminine
no,
men. Like
I
nobody.
feel like if a guy is in the mirror, that's because he's like a pretty boy.
I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
So that's one.
But a
part that I feel
feminine
like-
man, you do not like a feminine man. You will not accept a feminine man. The same way that a man does not like a masculine woman,
when I
and
say-
he's not
when
accepting
you
that.
say feminine, I don't think of like when you say a feminine man, I can't picture that. When you say a sassy man, I can picture a sassy
Those
man.
are-
Right, but
it's not
even if
the
it's
same.
sassy,
It's the
even if
same.
But don't say
No,
sassy.
it's
So
not.
say sassy.
but
don't
even
say
if this
feminine.
sassy
Someone
man
being
could turn it off and
homosexual
on, like
is-
how you do, would you
Someone
accept?
being homosexual does not determine a masculine and femininity, bro. Like it doesn't. It doesn't at all, actually. Not to me.
that?
We got our answer. She been
I
done.
need to look this up and say.
Nah.
You like
I was
Mayweather, like Mayweather in this motherfucker.
She doing the little Kim dance.
That's my favorite move to do. Nah, because I feel like sassy
that's funny
is
as hell,
crazy.
yeah.
Like if you switch harder than I switch, that's outrageous.
Word.
But I don't walk with my pants sagging and limping and all
Right.
this. I don't do that. I walk like a lady. I present myself as a lady. I
And-
don't like. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
But
saying?
talking to me like a nigga.
Right.
But I'm from the Bronx. I'm ghetto, not ghetto, because I don't want to say people are ghetto.
It
but
sound,
you know
it
what I'm
sound like
saying?
you
Like,
making
I'm
a lot of
ratchet, I'm
excuses,
hood.
my boy. A lot of
It's gonna have
excuses. You just gotta do the work to heal. That's it. Like you go to therapy? You go to therapy?
I've done therapy
healing?
before. I'm healing right
Okay.
now. Like
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. Like I have no problem. Like I feel like a real woman has no problem being in between both. Like knowing when to be masculine. knowing
This
when
is
to
the
be-
problem. We don't want this. We want
All right,
this.
but at the same time, I feel like I have to protect, provide, lead for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm technically
it's
that's what
hard
I'm
to
saying.
switch it
It's
off.
it's not hard to switch it off, but
That don't make you masculine though.
I'm mainly going to be in that masculine.
And I'm
era
telling you,
if
there's
I
women
was-
out here doing
Alright.
the same exact thing you doing,
She not getting it.
but they
She not getting
still
it.
She not-
feminine when they go outside.
I'm feminine.
Yeah.
Bro, just can we get back to the
Next
topic?
question.
Y'all need to sit down and explain what they are and really put the definitions on these gender roles and masculinity and femininity. Really sit down and figure out what they are. Talk about that, then jump into the conversation. Because I believe that some people in this conversation are moving with what they think and not the facts. It's just what it is. We're going to read some comments, guys. LOL, quote unquote traditional. But ain't nothing traditional about a woman dating both men and women with differing expectations of both. That's not traditional, I will say. Not in societal. Yeah, no, that's not. It's not. Get somebody else to do it. Bring out your feminine side. What is this, prison? I don't know what to say about that. I'm not even gonna hold you. Young generation's logic is terrible. No, it is not, Mr. Tony. We're all not like this, okay? Let's read a long one. One long one. I hate that they are trying to gaslight her and say that what she went through and what she experienced is not accurate. As she said, most black men date light-skinned or ambiguous women. That's a fact. In media, lighter is considered prettier. Men who are in sports, entertainment, etc., most of their spouses or significant others are lighter women. It's normally contributed to the self-hate or some type of trauma. The same way he is trying to phrase is something women themselves, lighter, being more feminine, and brown or dark-skinned women being more masculine is a phrase men tell themselves to justify the reasoning for dating lighter women. It's simply the truth. I don't want to take away from her experience. I said that more than once. What she experienced, that could definitely be her point of view. That could be true. It could be other factors. I don't know. I wasn't there, I wasn't there to witness or see what she went through or her experiences or even to explain those. Like I don't want to ever take away from nobody's experience because you can't. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't disagree with you when I do see athletes or people in social lights who are dating a lot of lighter skinned women. But I don't want to say that there's a super small amount of dark skinned women who are in these same spaces because social media purposely pushes certain societal standards. It's a lot of, just like podcasts, for example, there's a lot of podcasts where they talk about relationships and talk about women and, masculine and feminine roles. It's a lot of podcasts that do that, but they're not bringing all types of different women. A lot of these women are the same types of women. So the opinion or the way that they try to make us look, the way they try to portray us, is filtered in a certain way when they have podcasts. And then those people, because these are the people going viral, they having hundreds and thousands of views and whatever else, this is what's considered the norm. A lot of this stuff that people talk about is not the norm, though. This is not the norm. This is not realistic to real life. This is not a real thing. But because these people have this amount of views and they filter out on social media, these the people on your timeline, your For You pages or whatever, what have you, this is the people that you consider is the whole. But they're not, though. It's just unfortunate that social media, even at a young age, portrays and pushes things towards younger women. I'm not even speaking just towards color, though. Like even when you look into us being beautiful at young ages, Barbie dolls have makeup and stuff on. At young ages, they have certain roles. You don't see female dolls, a lot of female dolls. I'm not gonna say all of them. I'm sure there are some, but you don't see a lot of female dolls who are, I don't know, construction workers, for example. I feel like everything pushes a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Even if you could go deeper than that, man, if you look into how women's clothes are made, there are a lot of women's jeans that do not have pockets. If women's pants had pockets, do you think that purses will sell the way that they sell? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff that's pushed at a young age, a lot of narratives pushed at a young age. And over time, social media ultimately is the reason why a lot of us view things the way that we do. But we have to look past that and look into our day-to-day lives and then let that be the determinant factor of what things are. Because I'm not saying that their conversation is unrealistic. I'm not trying to take away from the conversation they're having. But when I look into social media and I look at these podcasts, some of these podcasts definitely 100% have conversations that aren't realistic. Like, and that's not me trying to throw shade or be any way, but sometimes we have to be honest. Like, a lot of these narratives are pushed by social media. They're not honest narratives. And once we move forward from that as a community as a whole, things will get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents. You heard me, don't heard me. Y'all heard my boy Tired acting up today. But that was our review. We got more coming soon for sure. I hope you guys tap in and keep on listening and following and watching. This is not the end. It's really just the beginning. So I appreciate y'all for coming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Put this video out there. Comment below your opinions on what you think of this subject matter as far as dating. Even when it comes to the light skin and dark skin comments, like, even if you hadn't experienced yourself, comment that so I can read it, because I've seen girls have experiences with the dark skin comments, men as well. Same with the light skin. It's always been a thing. But I don't want to say a majority is one way and a majority is another way because of my experiences. I want to hear other experiences. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for following. We're gonna get out of here. Peace, y'all.
I can see me sitting in the back of a cop car, banging my head on a window. I can see me slamming that last cop shot glass with an